Please be seated. Good afternoon. And to the great class of 2025, congratulations. We're gathered here in Duke Chapel, where we mark the most significant and reverent events in our university community. This multi-faith service is a celebration of both your academic achievements and of the community that you have built in your time here. You arrived at Duke during a period of transition, both your own transitions to college and our return to in-person learning and expanded, yet tentative and still masked, group activities. This required you to be more intentional and more creative as you work to build the strong connections and the thriving campus community you enjoy today. It's fitting then that we should be here together in community for the beginning of this commencement weekend. This is the moment you've been preparing, practicing, and planning for throughout your lives at Duke. This is a weekend of traditions, one of which is the President's remarks at baccalaureate. And as befits a tradition, my message at this service is one I want every graduate to hear, so I will share with you the same message I have delivered to classes before you. It's a very simple but important one. That message is thanks. The next few days are going to be a whirlwind of celebration and reflection as you close one chapter of your lives and prepare for the next. So I encourage you, amidst all the busyness of this weekend, to make some time for saying thank you to all of the people who have supported you over the years. First, your family members, both your relatives and your chosen families. As a parent, I know firsthand the sacrifices they have made for you to be here. But those sacrifices have been worth it, and they are so proud of you today. I also hope you will join me in thanking the community of staff and faculty who have guided your time on campus, the teachers and mentors, the bus drivers and dining staff, the advisors, counselors, and coaches, and so many others who have played such important roles in your success. I am so grateful for their efforts, and I know you are as well. And of course, since this is a moment that you share with your friends, share your thanks with them too. You have shaped each other's lives in innumerable ways during your time at Duke, and you'll continue to do so over the course of the years to come. Now, as you make a mental list of all of the people I have just charged you with thanking, I want to take a moment to express my profound gratitude to all of you. The class of 2025 is a class unlike any other. From the uncertainties and tentative togetherness of that first fall semester in 2021 to the thrilling resurgence of Duke football and 2 trips to the Final Four, the excitement of Duke's centennial celebration, and the glorious traditions and celebrations of this final academic year, you have changed this university forever, for the better. And you leave your mark in every towering tree and every corner of Gothic stone. So, I am proud and pleased to open this ceremony with a heartfelt and resounding thanks to all of you. Again, congratulations. I'm so proud to call you Duke alumni.
I'm going to recite the Buddhist prayer for Duke University's Baccalaureate 2025. May all the graduates be well, happy, peaceful, and prosperous. May the graduates' hearts be filled with kindness and compassion. May they always meet with success in their endeavors. May they continue to learn and grow, seeking understanding and truth, guided by wisdom and compassion. May they find joy in service to others and contribute positively to the world. May they find joy and purpose in their future endeavors. May this ceremony be a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. May the seeds of wisdom and compassion planted here blossom and flourish. May the graduates be a source of strength and well-being for themselves and others. May the light of Dharma illuminate our way. May the blessings of Lord Buddha be with us all.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, source of life, mystery of the universe, for giving us life, sustaining us, and for enabling us to reach this moment. This moment. Oh boy, this moment. Through new friends, classes, clubs, sports games, parties, and darties, late nights in the library, exams, midterms, papers, problem sets, LDOCs, bus rides, growth, challenge, accomplishments, and change. You made it to this moment. Let us sit in this moment with gratitude and awe and wonder and humility and compassion. Join me now to take a deep breath and be grateful in this moment. And soon, my friends, the next moment will be upon you. Soon you'll have new moments and new challenges and new opportunities for growth and chances to make the world a better place, because we need this world to be a better place. A great rabbi once said, "Lo alecha amlacha ligmor, velo ata ven chorin libatel mimena." You are not responsible to complete the work, but neither are you at liberty to neglect it. Your work, your growth, your impact, your moments are still to come. May you each be blessed with the capacity to love and live fully, to live in the moment with radical wonder and gratitude. May you each be blessed with the energy to keep learning and keep growing. And may you each be blessed with the audacity to make your life a blessing and the commitment to help this world and be the goodness that we so desperately need. And let us say, Amen.
A passage to honor the teacher, or guru, who is the remover of darkness and giver of light. The guru passes on the Advaita knowledge to their disciples from one generation to another, without any change in the basic knowledge that each individual soul is a part of the divine consciousness.
Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmatacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Salutation to the lineage starting with Lord Sadashiv, with Adi Shankara in the middle and continuing up to my immediate teacher. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru is Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. In fact, Guru is Para Brahma himself, the Brahman, the Absolute. Salutations to such Guru. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidvaram. I salute Sri Chinmaya, the noble teacher, the best of the knowers of Brahman, the highest reality, and who, full of compassion, is ever engaged in the welfare of all people. Kama Maya Eva Yam Purusha Iti Sayata Kamo Bhavati Tat Kratur Bhavati Yat Kratur Bhavati Tat Karma Kurute Yat Karma Kurute Tat Abhishampadhyate.
As your desire is, so is your intention. As your intention is, so is your will. As your will is, so is your deed. As your deed is, so is your destiny. These ancient Hindu scriptures remind us that our destiny is ultimately shaped by our deepest intentions and desires.
شرع لكم من الدين ما وصى به نوحا والذي أوحينا إليك وما وصينا به إبراهيم وموسى وعيسى إن إقام إن أقيموا الدين ولا I'll start over, sorry. شرع لكم من الدين ما وصى به نوحا والذي أوحينا إليك وما وصينا به إبراهيم وموسى وعيسى أن أقيموا الدين ولا تتفرقوا فيه كبر على المشركين ما تدعوهم إليه الله يجتبي إليه من يشاء ويهدي إليه من ينيب. He has ordained for you the way which was decreed for Noah, and that which we have revealed to you, O Muhammad, and what we decreed upon Abraham and Moses and Jesus, commanding them to uphold the faith and not be divided therein. Thank you.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। नायकाय गणदेवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदेवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुरगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलाक्षेत्रे गुरुसर्वसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपरित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमर्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि।
The Zohar Vayigash 6. Rabbi Yehuda said, "Happy are the righteous whose coming together brings peace to the world, for they know how to actualize union and they converge to expand peace in the world." Before Joseph and Judah approached one another, there was no peace. As soon as they drew near as one, they extended peace in the world, and joy increased above and below. Just as Joseph and Judah approached, all those tribes became as one together, and their approach amplified peace in the world, as it is written in Genesis chapter 44, verse 18. Judah approached him.
A reading from Christian Scripture. The Gospel of John 6:3 through 15. Jesus went up the mountain and sat down there with his disciples. Now the Passover, the festival of the Jews, was near. When he looked up and saw a large crowd coming toward him, Jesus said to Philip, "Where are we to buy bread for these people to eat?" He said this to test him, for he himself knew what he was going to do. Philip answered him, 200 denarii would not buy enough bread for each of them to get a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, "There is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what are they among so many people?" Jesus said, "Make the people sit down." Now there was a great deal of grass in the place, so they sat down, about 5,000 in all. Then Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed them to those who were seated, so also the fish, as much as they wanted. When they were satisfied, he told his disciples, "Gather up the fragments left over, so that nothing may be lost." So they gathered them up, and from them they filled 12 baskets. When the people saw the sign that he had done, they began to say, "This is indeed the prophet who has come into the world." When Jesus realized that they were about to come and take him by force to make him king, he withdrew again to the mountain by himself.
Great day today. And as you sit here and look around, perhaps in disbelief that some of your friends actually made it to this day, you may be experiencing not only a wave of emotions, but a flood of memories at your time at Duke. And those memories are pieces, fragments of your college experience. All-night conversations in a dorm hallway, playing spike ball or sunbathing on Able Quad, doing research in marine science labs, having civil discourse, classroom conversations, tenting in K-ville, relational breakups and makeups, singing in an a cappella group, going to Darty's, working on carceral system issues. All of the memories of your time at Duke are bits and pieces, fragments that when put together, they make up your entire Duke experience. Those fragments impact your future. You might think that that one little text or comment or act of kindness or article discussion during your time wasn't really that important. But that little scrap of life may be the very thing that gives you motivation or instills hope or provides clarity for your future steps or creates beauty in your life. Artists know that fragments of discarded metal or recycled material can actually be used to form art. So don't underestimate the fragments. In the Christian scripture you heard, 5,000 hungry people come to Jesus, and he uses 5 barley loaves and 2 fish from Tandoor in the Wu to feed them as much as they wanted, and they were all satisfied. But that's not what's amazing to me. What's extraordinary to me is that when the 5,000 are satisfied, Jesus tells his disciples, gather up the fragments left over so that nothing may be lost. So they gathered them up, and from the fragments of 5 barley loaves, they filled 12 baskets. Apparently, not only does Jesus like leftovers, but fragments matter too. The scattering and the dissemination of food are significant for sure, but the gathering of the fragments of food is also deeply spiritual. The leftovers, the scraps, don't have to be lost. Gather up the fragments left over so that nothing may be lost. The lost son, the lost coin, the lost sheep, the lost professor, the lost Carolina Tar Heels who are always losing. Because every single crumb matters, we should go after the fragments that could be lost. Because fragments, when pulled together, can be the nourishment we need, that others need. They are still food. 12 baskets worth. That means fragments have a future that can satisfy others. So we should never despise the fragments, the crumbs, the leftovers. Now, when it comes to food, some even say that leftovers taste better than the initial meal. It's still food and sustenance for others the next day or the next day or the next day. My 92-year-old father calls leftovers proven delights. So rather than throw the fragments into the trash, perhaps see that no crumb goes to waste. And when it comes to the divine's unbounded love, no fragment is a waste. Every piece, every person that we may want to discard, Jesus gathers so that nothing, no one may be lost. Each fragment matters. Each leftover scrap is that precious, that special, that holy, so much so that it should always be gathered, never tossed or lost. It's a reminder that what or who we think is trash is someone else's treasure. For every broken piece of bread is part of creation. What we deem to be insignificant, like a fragment, might actually be our spiritual nourishment. So gather up the fragments left over so that nothing may be lost. And when gathered, they form a future reflected in the 12 baskets of good food. And this is about more than gathering scattered food, but also about gathering scattered humanity In a time when some want to destroy the fragments and toss them into a trash heap, we live in a fragmentation nation. We see and experience social splinters, divides, brokenness, fragments all over. Duke even has a lab called the Polarization Lab that studies the political partisan divide. And look at the Drake and Kendrick Lamar drama. That long-standing rivalry between the two prominent rappers escalated into a public war of words, and the conflict, if you don't know about it, began with subtle digs and lyrical jabs, and then it culminated in a full-blown, ruthless diss-track exchange, fussing and cussing. This is how we can be toward one another in this nation and world, so fragmented, so splintered, dissing and thus missing the gift of our shared humanity. But it's in the sharing of bread, it's in the ingathering of the fragments, we see a fundamental spiritual gesture and virtue. The word for gather in the Greek in this story we just heard is from where we get the word synagogue within the Jewish tradition, to bring together. Gather up, bring together the fragments left over so that nothing may be lost. Don't throw the scraps away. Gather the discarded, the despised, the dissed, the fragments, because they too are food and have a future. So class of 2025, don't focus on scattering or dividing, but on gathering the scraps and community building. Form human coalitions of hope across differences and not enclaves of homogeneous echo chambers. Be the ones to include those who are excluded from conversations or don't have a seat at decision tables, or those often overlooked and left to be tossed out with the trash. Cultivate a heart of empathy for the scraps and the broken pieces that are left over, knowing that they have something to offer us too. About 14 years ago, I visited a gift shop at the Lutheran Church in Bethlehem in the Holy Land. And in that shop, they sell these. They sell glass angel ornaments. And what's so special about this ornament is that they're created out of broken glass, from broken glass bottles, or glass broken from their ruined building after parts of it were destroyed, from pieces of rubble, from fragments of metal, from shards of glass. Something beautiful is formed like an ornament. By gathering fragments and scraps, you may actually form an unbelievable, beautiful future, one that wouldn't be possible if any piece was lost. From the gathering, something new rises. Beauty from all of the ashes, an angel of light and hope. So don't forget the crumbs. Gather the scraps in order to discover something beautiful for your lives in the future. And my hope is that you don't want anything or anyone to be lost. Because if one fragment is lost, we all lose. My name is Luke Powry, and I approve this message.
I invite you to join me in a responsive blessing for this year's graduates in your program. For the way you've moved through hopes and challenges, failures and successes, fresh starts and final chapters. For the times you've nurtured a love of learning, asking questions, seeking solutions, pursuing an education that continues to shape your life long after the final exam. For how you've grown in relationships, finding friends and meeting mentors, deepening your heart as you broaden your mind. For the ways you will not stop here, but will continue to grow in knowledge and wisdom, living out the values of respect, trust, inclusion, discovery, and excellence that you have learned here at Duke.